Or it could just be a later enemy that does the spawn unless you're on a mission.
There's probably some giant sandworm.
That's what I was expecting when you went all the way out here, because I never went out all this far.
But yeah, you just, you know, go around Hyrule still just doing all your side missions, whatever, because there is a lot to explore, but, like, the combat is very basic. There's a set thing for each weapon. That's it. There's no, like, real cool techniques you can learn, like into, like, Princess or something. The dungeons aren't thematic. It's all just one style for everything, and they're hardly dungeons. They're just shrines filled with little mini gimmick puzzles. I don't feel like
Aren't they always kind of shrines with gimmick puzzles?
No.
Or are you talking about how, like, the old... You want them to be more like the
I want the dungeons to be...
Like dungeons, like the Game Boy ones or something, where it's...
No, okay, so, like, every dungeon in Zelda games... Like, one was, like, you know, in the forest, one was, like, in a desert, one's, like, in the snowy mountains, and, like, they had context to it. This is just, I mean, the context for this one is that the Sheikah tribe had, like, this cool technology that went underground all throughout the map of Hyrule, and so they have all these little test shrines to prove your worthiness. They're not real dungeons. And it's like, one could be like, hey, let's use the motion of the Switch and move this ball through a maze and get into the hole. Because that's a threatening dungeon. Other times you just fight little robots, and that's it. The only real dungeons are the 4 guardians that you have to go inside and fix them, but they all look the same because they look like the Sheikah shrines.
Yeah.
They're all like this futuristic technology fantasy shit.
Well, I mean, I guess it makes sense because they were all made by the same people, but then you kind of write yourself in this uncreative hole.
I get it, yeah, but they're like, there's no, like, and, like, the big threatening creatures that you do fight, you just find throughout the land.
What?
What?
It says talk to him.
Why'd he give me a health bar to fight?
Because you probably could kill him. I mean, you can't do any of that stuff yet.
That
That must have been the one who was talking. It's probably a quest for later.
Oh, shit. Something hit me.
Oh, he did.
Oh!
Okay.
That guy looks deadly.
He's the guy you've been fighting.
Yeah, but I'm just now looking at his face.
Like the mask he's wearing.
Yeah. No, he ain't nothing but a bitch. I don't know. So maybe I'm in the minority in that field, but just seeing what they could do with other dungeons and other games, and they were very creative with it, especially like Link Between Worlds. I like how they did it.
Mm-hmm.
There was just more variety in styles of their dungeons instead of them all just looking the same. And they were trying to, like, I feel like they're just trying to add a bunch of bells and whistles to this game just to make it more appealing. That took them, you know, they had to delay the game 3 times to do this.
Oh.
And the world is big.
I didn't know it was delayed so many times.
I do like that. Yeah, like I do like it's a big world, but I could deal with a smaller one. I think where they should go next is have a Zelda game that's a little more linear and more focused on characters and depth and growth in those characters, and not just.
But that's not Zelda-y. I know, it'd be cool to do something different.
In a way, it kind of is. They just never took the time to actually like focus on that. It's always been there, but it's been very.
There's the other red spot.
It's been very simple. But but they really haven't, because Link's supposed to be you.
That's why he doesn't talk.
Right, but Zelda talks now, so why not Link?
Oh, I see what you're saying. You actually want a story instead of Link being you.
I want a story that's just more than just defeat evil. I want Link to actually have the ability to gain the courage that is actually needed, and not just get born with a Triforce on your hand.
I see what you're saying.
I mean,
that would be really cool.
Yeah, I want him to be like this wimp who can't fight or anything, and then he has an actual reason, even though he doesn't want to do it, he still does it. Because he's never afraid.
Mm-hmm. But it'd be cool to see him get to that point. Yeah. They should have a game where he has to earn that courage thing. And
exactly. Or or if people want to play as Zelda, see things from her side and gain that wisdom or something. I don't know. Play as Ganon. I don't care. Just do something.
There was a game that a lot of people didn't like that I thought was okay, which is when they decided to give Samus more personality and a voice.
Well, the problem with
I thought the game played fine. I didn't think it was that bad. Everyone lost their shit. They thought it was the worst thing ever.
I think they were just mad about the story mostly.
Yeah. They're all almost dead. Give them one big laser beam.
Because to me, with Other M, it didn't really seem like To me, Metroid is more like a sci-fi horror in my eyes, and that one didn't.
Oh, jeez,
seem like that.
Yeah, give him a big shot when they're lined up.
I can't tell where I'm targeting.
Can't you aim? Like lock on and then, or when you're shooting your gun normal, you kind of aim with your stick. Yeah,
that's true.
So I guess this is whatever you left it at. But yeah, no, but it would be cool to have a Metroid game though. I mean, the Metroid Prime games weren't hard, but there was some parts in it that I was like, yeah, this when you make these things first person and you get the monsters like faces in your face, it definitely created a different experience than any of the other ones. And it shouldn't. I don't feel like it should be slow paced as a survival horror game. It should definitely still be the explory thing that it is.
Like the one I just came out on 3DS.
Yeah, I gotta buy that still.
Yeah, like Metroid Prime, I know you have to it's like a scan-a-thon.
Yep, and I mean, I do like it. I do like how quiet it is, and you scan things to read about the lore and stuff. It
definitely gives you a sense of isolation.
And that's, like, you know what I mean?
And I think that's part of the charm.
It's got aspects to make it intense, but it's not built to be a horror game. And that's
no. Yeah. I mean, I guess horror is too strong of a word for what I'm trying to describe.
Yeah, that's what I'm just saying. Like intense, especially.
Yeah, it's definitely like a sci-fi game, but it gives you like that sense of eeriness, like just that element. It doesn't need to be like the main focus, but the fact that it's there still, like I think it helps.
I think a lot of it has to do with the sound design with that one. The music is really good at that,
and like just the creatures that you fight, and it's like you never feel like it makes you feel uneasy. Especially when you're fighting.
That's what I'm saying with the Game Boy games. You never get that feeling because
Fusion maybe.
You see the. Fusion was really good.
yeah. Fusion left you a little creepy because you had to fight your old suit that was taken over by a parasite.
Yeah, and I think Fusion came out before the second Metroid, where they had that same concept again with like the dark version of you that was hunting you down. But with the Game Boy games, you get these like gross alien monsters, but they're sprites and. You see him from the side, and but when the GameCube game comes out, at the time the GameCube had pretty good graphics, and the fact that when you're fighting these things, they can grapple onto you, and their like acid face is like dripping onto your monitor. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like if they wanted to take it in a scary direction, they really could do something crazy. Like I wouldn't mind a Alien Isolation, but with Metroid in the name.
That would be pretty neat.
But that's not her thing, though. She's not supposed to be helpless. She's a fucking bounty hunter.
Right. Well, I mean, that's part of the challenge, is you to, like, overcome that stuff. Because you go around and get all the power-ups and everything. I mean, that's another thing I find kind of funny.
Oh, yeah, that's why
is that, like, every planet you explore that you've never been to, but here's all these power-ups for you because of the Chozo.
Legend of Zelda, they made it a way to make sense. These are different links sometimes. They're not going to have the same armor.
Well, that's because Nintendo...
But in this game, they were like, oh, you just got hit with this rocket or you fell in a hole. Sorry.
No, I just think it's funny. It's like, oh, you find these, here's this extra missile ammo.
That's why...
But you've never been here before.
Yeah.
Where'd these missiles come from? Who placed them here?
Chozo. They did it for you.
They've been everywhere. That's just Nintendo. I mean, like, the gameplay is always over everything else.
Yeah.
That's their motto.
But a lot of people complained about Other M with that mechanic. I didn't think it was that bad. They were talking about how she couldn't use her powers because Adam was like, hey, don't want you using them.
Yeah,
but in the lore, they're not like, they're pretty close, and it's like I can understand her respecting his wishes and stuff like that. You learn a lot about him in Fusion.
It's just the video game's way of trying to be like, hey, start from scratch in the beginning where you don't have a lot of things, and you earn.
And I thought it's a better way than you just falling in a hole and not having your shit.
Well, I'd rather have it like Symphony of the Night, where like you have it at first, and then you fight somebody that just strips it away from you.
Yeah. Well, they did that, and like I think they did that with almost all of them, and that's why they didn't want to keep doing it. Yeah, Fusion's probably my favorite Game Boy.
It's pretty good.
That's the one that has the Manta Ray boss I love too, with the fucking gloopy,
Zero Mission's
horrible
good too.
face. Yeah, I like that one because of the bonus ending stuff. That was really cool. The stealth sections of the game.
Zero Suit?
Yeah, all that stuff. Yeah,
that's where I got introduced, I think. Zero Mission, Zero Suit.
Oh yeah. Because after you beat the game. Like the way the game was beaten in the NES and stuff like that, as you're leaving the planet, after Mother Bane's destroyed, your ship gets shot. And I think you like crash land somewhere. and then you're like inside of a space pirate base. But it's also like a Chozo temple you gotta find, so you just find your suit again. But there's a whole section where you're completely defenseless.
I think it would be cool.
And there's spotlights going everywhere, and you have to like duck and hide and stuff.
I think it'd be... I guess I should follow these red icons.
Yeah.
It would be cool if there was a Metroid game where Samus had like bio powers, like a biological suit instead of like an armored suit. So like...
Give me an example, I'm trying to...
Like, you know the game Prototype?
Yeah. Oh, because it's like part of them. I mean, they could have did something like that when
where it's like
the Fusion story, because the cells were attacking her and
I think Fusion's the most recent too. In
Fusion's
chronological.
In the story, because they keep on returning the old games.
So I feel like from there that Metroid DNA should really get infused, and yeah, she starts getting like alien powers and shit.
Yeah, that'd be cool. No, I know what you mean now. Like Prototype.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I don't know if you've been picking up on this, but as you play this game, they're talking like, "Don't hurt us," but you're hitting them.
Well, they're fighting me. So.
Exactly. Well, that's what 9S's response is. It's like, this is just random what they're saying. They're fighting you, so don't...
Yeah, like, their words mean nothing. They don't know what it's just noise.
Even though they're dressing themselves up like humans. And stuff.
Well, my guess is that they're just replicating what they've seen.
Yeah.
And they don't know the context or anything of it.
I don't think you're wrong. But yeah, that would be cool. It would be cool, but I don't know how I feel about that, having fucking Samus have like a Resident Evil 4, like, what was his name? Krauser? When he took, you know what I mean? Like an arm like that,
you know,
doing crazy shit.
You can like add it in the story to where like they found a way to like remove it or something, you know? That was cool what I just did.
Oh, knock it, the other one.
Yeah.
So you got one more red diamond.
What are those icons over here?
Just enemies. I think the black ones are just enemies. Because that one that was not doing anything, he was white. The one by the door that blew up. So I think it's how it tells you if it's friendly or not.
It's pretty hard to run in sand alone, but in heels.
We talked about this. She's programmed to run in sand and heels.
I know.
Everything's fine.
I'm just still impressed. Whee! That's a lot faster.
Kind of look like some frames of skip. It's kind of jumpy there.
I'm okay with that. I just love punching everything.
Oh yeah, you never bought a weapon at the...
Nope. Probably should have.
Ah. It's heading for that rocky area.
Individual target ID marked.
Where you going?
Yeah. Let's chase this nerd down and beat him.